Now at 10 o'clock, we start the Saturday night with Fire Watch. We're monitoring several fires burning across Arizona right now. Crews are battling the Painted Wagon fire just outside of Whitman in the Whispering Ranch community. Tonight, the Arizona Department of Forestry is reporting that this fire has already scorched 50 to 100 acres. So far, no evacuations have been ordered. Meanwhile, in the Northeast Valley, the Peak Fire burning near Highway 87 near the Four Peaks Wilderness. This fire sparking around 4 o'clock this afternoon and is right now 0% contained. Fire crews were told using large air tankers on this fire, which has already burned nearly 150 acres so far. Right now, we're told that Forest Road 143 at Highway 87 is currently shut down. A brush fire near I-17 and Anthem Way now under control tonight. Fire crews from Daisy Mountain, the Land Bureau of Land Management, and Phoenix Fire working to battle this fire that sparked around 1 o'clock. We're told no structures were threatened and no one was hurt. Right now, the cause of this fire is still under investigation. Meanwhile, Scottsdale fire crews say that construction crews sparked this 3-acre fire around noon. This fire burning near the Four Seasons Resort at Tom's Thumb Trailhead. No one was hurt. Let's talk weather right now. Meteorologist Ginger Jeffries is here to get you ready for Sunday. Ginger, are we going to see a repeat of these hot and windy conditions on Sunday?
We're definitely still going to have to deal with the heating element, but as far as the wind goes, we're actually seeing some major improvement. We've got kind of a little lull between the wind activity tonight through about tomorrow's sundown. In fact, it's calm across the board. I'm not finding any double-digit winds. We do have 9-mile-an-hour winds in Phoenix, even the higher elevations. This has really been the prime area for the wind simply because that's where also we saw the moisture today, those big storm clouds. Right now, 3-mile-an-hour winds in Pine and about 9 in Springerville. So clearly, as the sun went down, the atmosphere has taken a little bit of a breather, but will it hold? Let's take a look. Saturday, 10 o'clock. Yeah, everybody under 10 miles an hour. We'll start to see a little bit more of a wind reaction tomorrow around the noon hour. Again, this is all because we've basically got this area of low pressure that's rotating around the four corners. As that wisps around some moisture, we get a little bit of a wind reaction, but the National Weather Service has not posted a fire weather alert or a high wind advisory. Instead, with less wind, we'll see a little more heating complex, so highs tomorrow climbing. The question now, will we see triple digits next week? I'll answer that coming up my full forecast. Jonathan.
Ginger, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. Tonight, a 2-year-old girl is in critical condition after being pulled from a backyard pool this evening. The scene happening just a few hours ago near 16th Street and Baseline Road. Phoenix Fire telling 12 News tonight they arrived to find family members performing CPR. Right now, there's no word on just how long that little girl was in the pool before she was found. A $1,000 reward is on the table to help police find 2 teens now wanted in 2 armed robberies. Police say back in August, those teens were traveling in a black car when they pulled out a gun on 2 teens who were walking home from school near 29th Avenue and Baseline. The teens dropping their backpacks, running away as they say they heard gunshots. Minutes later, police say they found a second scene and a third victim near 40th Avenue and Baseline. Anyone with information on the case now urged to call Silent Witness. Now to a story that you will only see here on 12 News. This month marking a somber anniversary for the community and the family of a Mesa police officer killed in a head-on crash that was caused by a wrong-way driver. 12 News journalist Allison Rodriguez talking with a Valley teacher, now sharing how Sergeant Brandon Mendoza's legacy lives on.
This weekend will mark the 10-year anniversary since Mesa Police Sergeant Brandon Mendoza was killed in a wrong-way crash. In the time he was on the force, he showed he cared deeply for the community. I had the chance to catch up with a Mesa teacher who remembers how he showed up for the kids in the neighborhood in a big way.
Children really enjoy talking to him too and the other officers.
10 years gone, but certainly not forgotten. Mesa Sergeant Brandon Mendoza left an imprint on the community, and Mesa Arts Academy teacher Arcelia Tovar hasn't forgotten.
I remember one time, well, actually it was the last time, I was about to leave because I was the last one to leave for the break. But that time I was leaving, and then a car pulled up. I'm like, who's that?
Mesa police, led by Mendoza, pulled up with their vehicle filled with Christmas gifts for children and families.
Thinking about it right now, oh, I don't want to cry, but I don't know. In my heart, it feels, overwhelmed.
On May 12, 2014, Sergeant Mendoza's life was cut short. On his way home from work, he was killed by a wrong-way driver near I-10 and US 60.
Of course, I couldn't believe it because, he was here.
Mr. Mendoza, as Arcelia called him, came often to the neighborhood, making it his mission to make it safer for families near Broadway and Country Club.
We couldn't even go to the park. I mean, the park was a bad place to be, and it shouldn't be because it's a place for parents and children to go and enjoy.
The week Sergeant Mendoza was killed, 6 others also lost their lives to wrong-way driving. From 2014 to 2015, ADOT installed 500 larger and more visible wrong-way signs at more than 45 interchanges around the state, all in hopes of preventing more tragedies.
It's been a very busy spring for us, and these signs are an example of that.
A year after his death, this field was dedicated to Sergeant Mendoza at Guerrero Rotary Park, a way to teach future generations about the work he did and the love he had for this community. Arcelia says many of the kids who remember Sergeant Mendoza are now teens, but she remembers how they used to play. So this is where they used to play?
Yes. Football and soccer, that's another game they played, and basketball.
And she hopes this community and all of Arizona remembers how much of a difference one person can really make. Reporting in Mesa, Allison Rodriguez, 12 News.
You shouldn't go to college. That's what my high school guidance counselor told me. I was crushed. His assessment was that I wasn't college material. He said, if you don't really know what you want to do next, college just isn't right for you. You shouldn't waste your time.
United States First Lady Dr. Jill Biden continuing her trip to the Valley today, surprising everyone as she delivered the commencement speech at Mesa Community College. During her speech, she said that her high school guidance counselor told her not to go to college. She says she was crushed when her counselor told her she wasn't college material. Of course, she not only went to college, but she earned 2 master's degrees and a doctorate. The First Lady has taught at a community college in Virginia for more than 30 years.
I teach at a community college for the same reason students go to community colleges. They're flexible and they meet people where they are. And as my husband, President Biden, says, they provide the best career training in America. Class of 2024, you are brave and fierce. You made it. Let the world feel your thunder. And the next time someone tells you that you can't, you're going to say, oh yeah? Watch me. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Powerful words there from the First Lady. A big congratulations to all of this year's graduates. Meanwhile, Alfredo Gutierrez has been a senator, activist, and leader, but never graduate until now. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra sharing his story.
A degree 6 decades in the making.
Alfredo Gutierrez
is now rightfully in the hands of 78-year-old Alfredo Gutierrez.
I've accomplished something I wanted to for a number of years, something that, is in the back of my mind and nagging at me for almost 60 years.
In 1968, Gutierrez was just a few credits shy from graduating at Arizona State University when he says the administration kicked him out for leading student protests on campus.
The assumption was I would return the following year and finish, but life gets in the way.
A life not stopped due to a lack of a degree. Gutierrez went on to serve as an Arizona State Senator and President of Maricopa College Governing Board, among many other titles. ASU even recognized Gutierrez with an honorary doctoral degree in 1999.
But nonetheless, that was an unfulfilled obligation.
Gutierrez finally returned to ASU last year to find much of the coursework was the same, but found the way in which students learn is far different.
The technology is was quite a challenge for me.
With a diploma in hand, Gutierrez now embraces the journey that brought him here.
It was such an exciting place to be.
And he encourages people and students of all ages that it's never too late to fulfill your dreams.
I could get a master's when I'm 81 and another doctorate when I'm 84.
In Tempe, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.